Hello. Hi.
Okay.
Like so far, the meet the people are here already. It's Nikki Wang from Manila Standard, Natalie Tomada from the Philippine Star, and Chris Ramos from One Music.
Cool.
Like we have Ylona Garcia here, and Jonathan
Hi
from
guys.
88 Rising, and Carmela from Globe, and Miguel from Globus and Globus. Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, Trisha will help you moderate. Thank you.
Yeah, hi. Hi, good morning. Thanks again for joining us this morning. Who would like to go first? Maybe we could do a round table interview. So maybe Nikki, Natalie, Chris would like to go first.
Yeah.
I can shoot the
Okay.
first question.
Hi Nikki, I'm
Okay.
Ela. Nice to meet you.
Hi, good morning. Where are you speaking from, Ilona? Are you in Manila or in Australia right now?
I'm in Los Angeles, actually.
You are. Wow.
I am, yeah. I'm staying here for good.
Right. But anyway, let's talk about the song that you wrote. Entertain Me.
Yes.
But before we go with that, what entertains Ilona Garcia nowadays?
Sorry, that's just wow, that caught me by surprise. What entertains me nowadays? In an amazing way, my family and my fans. I'm very, very grateful that my family's here in person to be with me, so that's quite entertaining. We're laughing quite a lot. I mean, although I don't get to see them in person, my fans have been entertaining me a lot. They're very supportive, very kind, and there are a lot of new people that are joining the fandom, which is really, really cool. Very grateful. I think that's so far. Besides books and
Okay.
watching movies, but those two things so far.
That's so sweet. Now, the song is about playing your own games, playing by your own rules. But what did inspire you to write the song?
What inspired me to write "Entertain Me"
Yes.
were my childhood friends. So, this song was created during lockdown back in Australia. To be specific, it was created 2021 February 10th at 7:54 p.m.
Wow. Almost a year now.
Yeah. Basically, I was blessed with the chance to be able to catch up with my childhood friends in Sydney, Australia. And in catching up with them, we were sharing stories. And I found one thing in common about each of our stories, which was basically feeling like you're not given the chance, as how old were we back in 2021? I was still 18, I
Yes.
think. No, yeah, I was still 18 because my birthday is
you
February
are.
28th. Yeah. So I was still 18, and that age, we were all the same age. It just felt like a time where we're supposed to be adults, feeling independent, feeling strong, but we didn't feel like that at all, which was really, 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 really sad. Therefore, I ended up writing the song "Entertain Me," where it's about a person who basically plays by their own rules, as you said earlier.
All right. Thanks, Ilona.
Yeah.
I'll let the others to ask questions, then I'll come back with more questions.
Thanks, Nikki.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Thanks, Nikki.
Natalie.
Okay, I'll ask next. Okay, hi Ilona, I'm Natalie.
Ela. Nice to
from
meet you. We
Philippines.
both basically introduced ourselves
Okay,
at the
sorry.
same time. Okay. No, you're all good. You're all good.
Okay. Okay, my first question, I just checked Entertain Me, and as of this moment, it's like nearly 1.5 million views already. So in less than 7 days. That
Yes.
much views. So congratulations. And
Thank you.
so, my first question, like, when you were making this song, what were your expectations then, and what's the best reaction you've read about the song?
Best reaction. And then what were my expectations about the song then?
When you're making this, what were your expectations back then?
My expectations back then when I was making this song was just to create an overall character with the essence of just being absolutely confident and 100% with yourself, if you get what I mean. Like, it's something that I absolutely aspire to, and I hope that, and it comforts me, it kind of reminds me every day to be vocal about how I feel, to be confident with who I am. And that's one thing that I had expectations for in how I wanted it to sound. And I hope that people, across the globe would be able to sense that as well, sense that message. And my favorite reaction about the song Entertain Me, my favorite reaction, I have a lot of favorites, just everything. Everything. I don't really have favorites, because if I were to name favorites, it would just be absolutely everything that I've seen so far. So that's all I have. Yeah.
Okay, so can you just share the story why you decided to relocate to the US in connection to Nikki's earlier question?
Yeah. So to answer your question, Natalie and Nikki, the reason why I moved to the US is because I want to start my career here.
What made you decide to go for it?
Well, it's always been my goal ever since I was young. So somehow a part of me knew that I'd always end up here. Only because it was my goal. Okay, it was. Yeah, it's always been a dream of mine. So yeah.
So it happened after Paradise Rising. Oh, sorry, 888, right? I mean, before the offer came, or even before you signed up with the label?
Yes, before I signed up with 88 and Paradise Rising, I went to Los Angeles quite a few times and started creating songs there and started meeting a lot of cool people. Yeah, that was before. And then I ended up signing with 88, and now I'm here. Now I'm here for good.
Thank you. I'll be asking more later. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Natalie. Chris, for your questions, please.
Hi, Chris. I'm Elo.
Chris, you're on mute.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so for Just Entertain Me, you have there's a tie-up with Valorant, and at the same time the same new Filipino character. So I'm just curious, in what ways do you feel that you're represented with the character?
In what ways do I feel that I'm represented with Neon?
By Neon, yeah.
What ways
Do you relate with the what were your impressions when you first saw the character? Is this something when you first saw the character in the video game? Do you feel that you could relate somehow to the character?
No, not really. I think she's really, really cool. So when I first saw her, when Valorant, that's a really straight up answer.
Yeah.
So sorry. When I first saw Neon, when Valorant showed me, I thought she was really, really cool. Way cooler than me. I don't think I'm cool. So it's, but it was nice to put myself in a sort of character when I perform Entertain Me, when I made that song, where I felt really, really cool, and Valorant thought that would be a great match to Neon, so I felt very, very honored by that. But Neon is very, very cool. I think she's very cool. Very opposite to how I feel about myself sometimes, but It's
Okay.
yeah.
So,
she's somebody that I want to be.
Okay, and another question. How, how did it feel like when you were staking out for this when your international career was starting? How is it like being back, starting from scratch all over again, and how's the experience like so far for you?
Well, first of all, starting from scratch feels at times difficult, but at the same time it feels really, really nice, because this is something that I've always wanted ever since I was younger. So I feel very, very happy with where I am now. And in regards to what was the second question?
About being back in the to hustle and grind, being
I love
out
the
of your
hustle. I
comfort
love the
zone.
grind. Yeah, I love that. That's yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's fun for me. Thank you. Sorry,
Alright.
guys. It's a little choppy on my end, so it's kind of difficult to.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'll shoot
any
the
more
next question.
questions? Okay, Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ylona, Chris mentioned about Valorant. I just wanted to know how did this collaboration come about?
This collaboration came about when so that's okay. Let's think about the timeline. I created this song back in 2021 February.
Yeah.
as I explained earlier, and then I think this was after my performance at the Head in the Clouds Festival. 88
November.
came to me. Yeah.
So this is
88.
a recent collaboration.
Yes, it's a recent collaboration.
Okay.
So, yeah. 88 came to me with this offer. Valorant really, really liked the song. And I said, let's go for it.
Are you a gamer
That's
yourself?
basically what it was. Sorry?
Are you a gamer?
I am a gamer. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a true gamer. But I do like to play games with my siblings because it is our bonding thing. Yeah.
So, what was your first reaction when you learned that the song will be part of a popular game?
What was my first reaction?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. My first reaction when Valorant came to me with the offer was absolutely let's go, and I can't wait to tell my siblings.
I guess your siblings were more
gamers
excited
than I
than
am.
you were.
Sorry?
I said I think your siblings were more excited than you were.
Well, I think we're kind of maybe just a little bit, but just a tad. I was excited to tell them.
Okay. This for my last question. You wrote the song. I mean, at first we didn't know that you can actually write songs. But my question is, when did you learn that you could actually write songs? I know there were first attempts in your early days, but when did you realize that I am good at this?
I think this was during my stay at the PBB house. Yeah, because I wrote the song "Win the Fight" there, one of the first songs that I've ever written. And then I also wrote "My Name is Ylona Garcia." Yeah, I wrote quite a few songs there, and it was just honestly, it was out of boredom, but it was a lot of fun. So that's when I kind of realized that this could actually be a lot of fun, to the point where I can actually pursue this as a career, and it can still be fun. Yeah.
That's good to know. Well, congratulations and good luck to your career, and
thank you, Nikki.
stay safe in LA.
YouTube in Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay, Philippines. All right, just making sure.
Thanks, Ylona.
Thanks,
you.
Nikki. Alan of PBI won't be here this morning, so I would like to ask the questions on his behalf. His first question is, Entertain Me gives a little Dua Lipa and Rina Sawayama vibes. Would you say your style and sound has changed since joining 88 Rising?
Um, I mean, with what I've put out, definitely. But I wouldn't say that my style has changed. Because I feel like it's always been that way. It's just never been, I guess, executed that way before. But I feel like I've always kind of been that way. But again, as I said earlier, based on what I've put out there into the world, it's definitely changed. Yeah.
Okay.
Which should be cool, right? Is that good? I hope that's a good thing. It is
Okay,
good
for
you
his-
guys. Yes. Okay.
For his second question, as part of an international collective focusing on Asian artists, do you
Mhm.
feel like you're carrying not only your name but also your country?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you like to add more on that?
Um,
On maybe representing your country?
on how I feel about
representing-
representing
yeah.
my country.
Yes.
I feel honored to be able to, you know, to represent my country in the US. I've always been proud to be Filipino. It's always been part of who I am. I was born Filipino, and I guess I'll pass that way as well. I feel proud overall.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Lilo. So, any
Thank
more questions? Natalie and Chris? You're okay?
I'll add na lang
Ay,
siguro.
okay.
Ilona,
Okay, Natalie.
Ilona, because for a time, I think during the pandemic, we saw you returning to Australia, and then actually you made headlines about resuming your regular life back home. So,
Mhm.
was there a time that you felt like quitting on music? And if so, like, was there any singular event or moment that changed your mind and encouraged you to keep going?
So was there a moment where I wanted to
Felt-
stop
Yeah,
music,
pursuing
creating music?
because you left the Philippines and returned home, and now, of course, we know that you're now in the US.
I don't think there was ever a moment where I wanted to stop pursuing music. But and I don't think moving to any countries would ever stop that, if you get my point. Because I see what you're talking about. That was the time when during the lockdown I worked in McDonald's.
It went viral.
That was more of something that I've always wanted to do, and I decided, let's do it while I have time.
Okay.
But I never
Just
wanted
like
to
a-
stop pursuing music.
Okay. So I'm good because the same thing with me. I'm surprised that you actually write your song. So, what's your
Really?
songwriting? Yeah. Maybe we're just used to having artists, having people write also for them. So, I mean, young
I mean,
artists
there are
like
a lot
you're
of great writers out there.
and you're so young. You're only 18, right? You're only.
I'm actually 19.
Oh,
I'm
you're
turning
19.
20 next month.
still very young, and you write so maturely. So, yeah, that's
Thank
my
you.
question. Your songwriting process like, are you the kind of writer who draws from real life experience when writing?
Oh yeah. I mean, who doesn't? How I create my songs usually, I mean, the usual question towards that is if I get if it's the melody that comes first or the lyrics, it usually comes at the same time.
Yeah.
But at the rare times that it doesn't, usually the melody. I get the melody first. I think. Wait. You know what? Sometimes it's just different. Sometimes there's a day where it's the melody that comes first. Sometimes there's a day where it's the lyrics. But most of the time, they like to, arrive together.
Okay. How about this song? Did you write this faster than the others, or?
Yeah. We created this song, I think, within 2 hours. Or a little bit over, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I remember. Because we created it in one session.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ylona.
Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie. Chris, you have follow-up question.
Yeah. So I watched your set at I got to see your set at Head in the Clouds.
You did?
I must say it was a very tight set, and it was clearly well prepared from the outfits and down to the performances. So could you please tell us how was it like preparing for it, and what were like what were you feeling like leading to the performance? I must imagine that there must be some nerves, right?
Oh yeah, 110%. There's always going to be nerves before every one of the performance. Like each performance that I do, I've always had nerves. That's never going to go away. But preparing for the Head in the Clouds 3 festival, that was so much fun. So much fun. Actually, we only had 2 rehearsal days, and I think was it the last rehearsal day? It was Halloween, and I got to dress up, and my whole crew dressed up as well for Halloween, so it was a lot of fun. My crew, amazing. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was so kind. I think I was the only one being crazy in regards to my nerves, but everyone was so kind. So much fun to work with. Performing was a lot of fun. There was a time when I was performing where I think it was the last song. They were speaking through my in-ears, because we have in-ears that we use. Yeah. They were telling us that we have to jump from where we are now in the song to the last chorus, and I was like, what? So, and then the musical director was saying, okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, and then we jumped to the last chorus all together, and luckily everyone was in sync. We were all still having a lot of fun, even though we were all nervous, because we've never done that before, but it was really, really fun. There's a first time for everybody.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. For our last question, just what's next for Ylona? Maybe more singles, festivals, what? What's next for Ilona's career?
What's next for Ylona Garcia? That is an interesting question. Well, my goals would be to get into acting. So I guess that's what's next for Ylona Garcia. To put out an album, to also gift my family with a house that I've promised them ever since I started my whole career here. Oh, and the Philippines. Those are my goals. And I guess that's also what's next for Ylona Garcia. So.
Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
For our first batch. Okay, thanks guys.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
We'll just
I hope I
send
answered
you.
all
Thank
your
you.
questions
We'll send you the
correctly.
recording in a bit.
Thank you, Nikki.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Natalie.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Bye.
More power, Ylona.
Alright.
Thank you,
Oh,
Trisha.
thank you, Lars.
Thank you,
Bye,
Natalie.
Natalie.
Thanks, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye.
Chris. I think
Take
you
care.
already left.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Ilo,
Are
you
we staying
wanna?
on this link?
Yeah, you can stay. You wanna take a 2 minute break, like drink water or something?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. But we're staying on this link, correct?
Yes, we're staying on this link. Just turn off your camera. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.